Hi, everyone. It's Patty, your FASD coach, back with another abstract concept challenge in my free Friday tidbit. So, last week we talked about mathematics, how that's a difficult concept for a lot of people with FASD to be able to wrap their heads around. This week, we're going to be talking about money. That's another major challenge. And for instance, I have a friend whose 23-year-old son still can't count change. So he has a wonderful workaround. It's a little gizmo. It's a type of piggy bank. You just drop your change in and it electronically counts it up as the coins go through. So that's a terrific accommodation, but that's not real practical for trying to figure out how far your money's going to stretch at the grocery store. So there are other reasons why money is challenging. Money can be challenging because if we're talking about bills, they're all the same size, and yet there are different denominations. For instance, one would assume that you go with a higher number and it's more valuable, right? Like a $100 bill is more than a $1 bill. Yeah, that's pretty easy. But someone who struggles with abstract concepts and with money in particular may have a hard time understanding why 4 20s is less valuable than 100. 4 is better than 1, right? Except when it's not. We have the same issue with coins, right? Why is a dime, our smallest coin, more valuable than a nickel or a penny? Smaller than both of them. It's things like that make no sense, right? Abstract concepts, once again. Another question that stumps a lot of people with FASD is the whole idea of a bank. Piggy banks, yeah, got that, because the money's right there. You can manipulate it. It's concrete, right? At least to some extent. But what about a bank? Where is the money? And how do you get the money, and especially with credit cards, right? It's very easy for people with neurobehavioral conditions to really get in a jam when it comes to their credit, because it seems less real, right? I just slide the card. No clue that actually is racking up charges that have to be paid for. So that's another issue. So I'm just checking to make sure I covered everything today. So anyway, so those are some things. There are other ways that you can, like starter strategies that you can use if money is a challenge, right? If you can't seem to process, if your math is also challenged and you can't keep a checkbook ledger, then you can keep envelopes at your house with the different things that you need to save money for. Like you can have an envelope for rent. You can have an envelope for, the power bill, or, whatever, and a food bill, whatever that is. However you have set up your budget, you can have a different envelope, and you can, put your paycheck into all cash and fill, according to your budget, put money in those various envelopes. It's not all that practical, because then you can't mail cash. Well, I mean, you could, but it would be incredibly stupid. So there's some extra steps that come with doing that, but it's a great way to at least get your young person who's challenged with math and money off to a good start into responsible habits. Anyway, so this has been your free Friday tidbit. If this was helpful today, then click the like button below and like this video, share it. That's another button. And so subscribe, right? I love new subscriptions, and every one of you out there watching this, I'm so grateful. So again, like and share and subscribe. And if you're interested in joining my community on Facebook, it's Caring Connections for those affected by fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. All right, I'll see you on the inside. Take care, everyone. And see you next Friday for another free Friday tidbit.